mean, lettuce is a staple for most people. Like if people were to name, you know, their top 5, top 10 vegetables, lettuce is generally going to be in there. And so, you know, as CSA growers, we try to diversify people's tastes. We try to grow a wide variety of things, but we also really want to focus on the staples and make sure that we're serving people's actual needs. So for a lot of produce growers in Iowa, especially CSA growers, we want to try to have consistent offerings all the way through the summer, and especially lettuce, because that's very popular. So we're testing varieties to see which ones hold up best in the summer heat, because typically the traditional wisdom is you can only grow lettuce in the spring and the fall, otherwise it bolts. So the trial I'm doing this year, it's the second year of the trial that, the second year that we've been doing this trial, so it's testing summer lettuce varieties. People want to eat lettuce more than just in May, June, and October. They want to eat it throughout the year, and I think, you know, with some things it's hard to actually stretch that season. You know, we're not going to try to grow sweet potatoes in May, but with lettuce, with these new varieties, it's actually quite possible to stretch these seasons.
There were 6 farmers who participated in this variety trial. Jill Bebout from Blue Gate Farm near Sheraton, Kate Edwards from Wild Woods Farm near Iowa City, Carmen Black from Sundog Farm near Solon, Rob Fox from Genuine Fox Farms near Tripola, Jordan Scheibel from Middleway Farm in Grinnell, and John Yagla from Millet Seed Farm in Iowa City. The goal of this study was for each of these farmers to trial some different lettuce varieties for summer production. We did this trial also in 2017, so 2018 was a continuation of that trial with a few new varieties and retesting Magenta, which was one of the favorite varieties from 2017. Each farmer planted 4 replications of each variety in randomized replicated trials. Some farmers chose to do multiple successions so they could see the impact of weather throughout the summer on the trial. In addition to collecting yield data, they also collected quality indicators such as bolting, tip burn, bottom rot, and most importantly for some, flavor.
With the summer lettuce trial, it's been interesting. Last year we tested 4 varieties, and 2 of them were clearly out. They didn't work. 2 of them were great. And so those 2 varieties I think are excellent summer varieties. So this year we couldn't get one of those varieties, so we tested one of the same varieties from last year, Magenta, and then we tested 3 new ones.
In 2018, the varieties we used were Magenta, Concept, Cherokee, Nevada, and one farmer also used Burgum's Green. Each farm has different soils, different production methods, and different local weather. Especially for lettuce, weather can really impact your production, especially sustained high temperatures and heavy rains.
So this year I've learned that these 3 new ones are all pretty good, and so that gives me some good options for growing summer lettuce. But I've also learned kind of what happens to lettuce when it's even when you've got these heat-tolerant varieties, when it's over 90 degrees most days and there's no rain. So what I was able to harvest one week versus what I was able to harvest the next week, the differences in quality and how those different varieties held up was interesting.
Top yielding varieties were different by farm, which isn't uncommon for variety trials and really underscores the importance of each farmer needing to do their own research on their own farm. Each variety was the top performer in at least one trial throughout the summer, but Concept was the most frequently the top performer for yield. But Concept and Cherokee were the most prone to bolting, and farmers had different preferences for the flavor of each. 3 farmers really liked the flavor of Nevada. Another farmer found that his customers least liked the flavor of Nevada. So for food products, the customer always is right.
What I've learned from this trial is that it is possible pretty much to grow head lettuce throughout the growing season if you choose the right varieties and if you take some care in how you set up your planting. And it's really made me feel more confident about, you know, making commitments to say, you know, I'm going to make sure I have lettuce most weeks of CSA, I'm going to make sure I have lettuce most weeks of farmers market, and possibly even make wholesale commitments. So I think that's potentially, for all of the growers, potentially an outcome of this is to have the confidence to say, yes, I can produce lettuce all year round, and so I could actually approach a buyer or someone and say, yeah, I can provide you 100 heads a week, and know that you can do that.
To read the full report and see results from each farm, visit practicalfarmers.org.